This I'm happy. Yeah.
Our cooling.
There we go.
So that's the aircon belt. It's fine though, because it's only like
Oh, the aircon definitely
33 degrees in the shed.
What are we doing today, Harley?
We're going to go pick up Adam Mays. Adam Mays is an inaugural member of the Journeymen, and we have arranged to get him to come back from Scotland in order to go on the Journeymen Classic Car Road Trip 2017.
The past restored.
Yeah. Adam was basically involved in Journeyman from like day one. After the second road trip, he moved over to Scotland. The road trip just kind of wouldn't feel complete without him. So, you know, when we decided to do this one, he had to come along.
We are surprising my mom. She has no idea I'm here. I think she might have a heart attack.
Yeah.
Sorry, Sue.
This road trip started probably 3 to 4 years ago, and the first trip was an occasion when Harley had found a Mini on Gumtree and he wasn't quite sure how to get it, how to pick it up. He wanted to organize someone to collect the car. One evening we were working on cars. I said, "Bud, let's just drive there and go and pick it up. It's only in George."
On the trip, we realized how much fun we were having just driving around with no plans, meeting people and looking for classic cars. I think that's when we realized that there was so much more to it, and it would turn into an annual thing that we would do. The rules of the Journeyman Road Trip are simple. Number one is we don't plan where we're going beforehand.
We're on?
Number two is we use the Gumtree app to guide us. And number three is we've got to be ourselves and have fun.
I had met Harley at a car show. So after hanging one evening with these guys, I said, no, these guys are cool, I'm gonna stay in touch with them. And they were talking briefly about this road trip that they're going on. And next thing I know, I've been invited on this road trip. It's 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, the sun's barely come up.
I arrived literally with a bag on my shoulder, and we're not going in cars, we're going in a bus. I was asked to sign an indemnity form to exclude myself from any damages because it was a bus that was imported from overseas. This wasn't like last year's road trip or the road trip before. There was a little bit more detail, and I very quickly realized that it was much, much bigger than previous years.
Welcome to the Journeyman Road Trip bus. If you could please keep your hands and feet inside the bus at all times. No walking while the levelizer is switched off, and enjoy your stay.
So we hit the road. We didn't really have a first stop. We're passing Piketberg. Happened to be where I had bought my first car. I said, let's go see if they're still there. I don't have their number. I don't even know if the person's going to answer the door. We knock on their door. Victoria answers the door, and she's so welcoming. She invites us into the house. She shows us her husband's old car, shows us the attic, and it was just epic. It kind of set the whole tone for the first day.
I had this lead for this old Nissan Patrol, and we decided to pull in and check it out.
Safety first.
I don't know. We can't drive it home. Taking away from that, I mean, it's definitely one that's probably worth the money, I guess. I don't know.
How's the prop?
Like, I was this close to buying a completely wrecked Nissan Patrol that I'm really happy didn't happen now. But he also had this massive warehouse full of motorbikes.
Arthur, how many motorbikes are you looking forward to see today?
At least 988.
So we're wandering around this guy's like collection of motorbikes, and Gregor finds this like amazing classic Triumph racing bike.
It's super, this little bike. Huh?
Nice.
Obviously clearly in love with the thing, and he's getting completely stonewalled.
It will cost you a lot of money.
Well, you gotta put a price to it. You like it, Biggie? What's a lot of money for something that's so beautiful? Talk to me.
Gregor really wanted that bike, but you know, sometimes it's just not the right time. Yeah, we all head back to the bus and, you know, get back on the road.
Those are awesome. What do you want for them?
Well, I paid 350 for it, so bring nothing, so.
350. Cool, happy with that. I'll give you cash now. Maybe I'll take some other things though. What did you buy? I bought some World War II goggles. What's going on in their face there?
Sorry, that's me. Next stop, Williston.
How are we doing on day 2?
We're good.
Had a couple of beers last night, but in fact I had a couple of brandies, I believe.
Came back and some tea.
Very cultural.
Yeah, whilst we're in, where are we?
Williston.
Williston, whilst in Williston.
Don't know how you can forget that.
So, day 2 and we're pretty bored.
Just having a coffee.
Of being in the bar, we're just having a coffee here. And we've decided that we need to see if we can get to the back of the bus with our eyes closed.
Where are we?
So sometimes when you rock up at a town, you don't always have a lead. That was sort of the case when we got to Carnarvon. The first thing we always like to try to do is we head to the petrol station. Everyone has a car and fills up with petrol stations, and very quickly everyone sort of pointed us in the direction of Roy Riley. We went straight over to his little house, and out came this little old guy, completely deaf. He then continued to open up his gate, let all of us into his workshop and like explain the history of him and his family and this town, showing us the like vintage tools that they used to use to make wagons. Like, it was just incredible to hear all of the stories and all of the history that this old, like, unassuming guy had.
It's an old scale. How much are you weighing there?
Sure. After that pizza, had my fair share. Day 2, it was super hot, like ridiculously hot. We found the most incredible pools on the side of the road everywhere. I said to the guys, that's it, stop the bus, I'm going swimming. Jocks off, jumped in, done. Next thing, all the guys joined me, they brought beers. And that was the thing. That was probably the best part of the road trip for me, is every single swimming pool I saw, I said, stop that bus, we're going swimming.
The oldie truck museum. picnic blanket.
Situation is we're running out of petrol, diesel. Bus is slightly overheating, but big skies, baby. Yeah, big skies.
From the previous 2 road trips, we'd always come back with a car. So even though like we didn't have to, like to me, the success of this trip was based on coming home with like a car.
Is that still available? Is it? Oh, you're gonna keep it now. Okay. All right. Cool. Thank you.
At one point we went into, I think it was near Oudtshoorn, and we like found this wrecked old Ford Escort. Like I was really clutching at straws to like try and get anything.
Boy, did we get sent down some wrong roads. And that's kind of enjoyable, but at the same time, it's not. They are so proud to show you what they have.
But the door panels is very nice and stuff. Yeah.
And the next thing, you're going, oh my God.
I kind of realized that we weren't gonna come home with a car, and you know, I had to like kind of shake myself and kind of go, well, I cemented friendships that I already had, and I made some new ones. We met some awesome people. We got to explore parts of our country that like I think very few people go to, and you know, that's more than I could have ever hoped to have accomplished with the road trip.
So there we are, Graham.
Not a clue.
So I said we didn't get a car. I didn't say anything about a bike.